your hitboxes are scraping the ground, you're going to be in trouble against this guy.
That, and you also have, like, between the dash attack crossing you up too, it's one of those moves where you have to respect not only where the hitbox is, but where the hurtbox is going to end up at the end of it.
Goofy also, I mean, this is a thing that I think you expect from high-level players at this point, but extremely clean with the dash attack or our back air stuff. And it just puts you in such a threatening position off the ledge. Honestly, it's the kind of thing where I'm like more scared the lower percent I'm at, because when I get hit far away, I'm at like, at least the frog isn't right on top of me.
Exactly. And low percent, it's like, oh, then now you get follow up on that.
Right.
I hate that. I hate that. All right, the Bell shenanigans next to that
drag
is something we have to be really careful about too.
Yes, certainly. Oh yeah, so you see Kurshaun mashing the up B out of these like drag down juggle slots and that spots. That is absolutely correct.
Is
frame one option? Yep.
Yeah. Insane tool for sure. Now Kurshaun trying to set up the hydrant again, but not going to work out. Kurshaun really likes to back off in a lot of these spots, but one thing I've liked about Goober is that Goober's like, okay, if you want to go ahead and take legs, that's fine. I'll take full stage control and pepper you with projectiles.
Totally. No, Pac-Man's trying to get you to come up to him on the ledge, right? Like between Galaxian stuff and Bell stuff, you're just asking to get hit.
Look at that down air too on the hydrant. It just sends Greninja so high that I don't think Pac-Man could follow up off that.
It looks pretty safe. Oh yeah, but that's a classic. I mean, we see that with Steve too. It's like you hit the wall, you get hit for it.
Yep, outspacing one person's forward smash with that Pac-Man Ghost.
Yep.
Trying to set up with the down air there. The hidden kill move of Pac-Man. You see that finish up off stage? Got the apple out too, tossing that high and trying to set up that trampoline. So if you stand or get up onto that trampoline, you're immediately forced into a jump. That's why the apple was tossed out high.
Yeah, but Kurshaun wasn't ready for the neutral get up that time. And there's the up smash. That's such an early kill.
Typically, you do not see Kurshaun kill early, so if we're going to see him...
what cool setup.
Was that nonsense?
Yeah.
The apple falling on the pot, that was really sick.
That's the Isaac Newton setup. I'm calling it.
I dig that one. Except instead of the apple falling on
the power of gravity, right?
Exactly. You got to knock you directly.
Yeah, it was coming down. It was coming down.
And they met halfway.
Yeah, right? That's how it worked for him, too.
Exactly. All right, Bell is out here for Kurshaun, but GoofyGoober not really like playing at those arcs particularly that Kurshaun wants him to be at.
Yep. Okay, yeah, that's actually big. I forgot about that interaction, how the full charge shuriken with the multi-hit will actually go through the hydrant.
Yeah.
Doesn't do that much damage to it, though, so that's interesting. There's kind of a trade-off there.
Yeah, you're not quite disjointing it, but instead you're just sending it directly through so that Pac-Man can't follow up instead.
Yeah, because there might be a mix-up where you do a lower charge one that does more damage in one hit and break the hydrant when Kurshaun isn't expecting it. I'm going to keep an eye out for that. Goofy stuff. Love that kind of stuff. Okay, yeah, that's a Bell.
And then yeah. Finally gets clipped with that Bell. That's an option that you have to avoid, and Goober finds himself on his last stock and down almost a full one. After answering like relatively early with that first stock, it just feels like this has been the Kurshaun show.
Well, one thing that I think is interesting is, you were talking about how Goofy, like, makes a smart choice to disengage sometimes. It looks like Kurshaun is taking advantage of that and getting, like, very free charges on its bonus fruits.
Early on, like, I saw that Goober was tossing out a ton of, like, uncharged shurikens just to pressure at mid-distance, but so far it feels like that's big. Been abandoned.
Yep, this is up smash kill percent, though. So. Okay, yeah, big forward air there. Extremely safe move there from Greninja. Trying to extend the up smash on the falling hydrant. That would have been so good. That was sort of similar to how that first stock went. But yeah, I do feel like in this spot, you can pretty much just say, I know what you want to kill me with, Greninja. I will not go near you.
Smart. It's definitely one of those where if Goober's going to go ahead and try to get these setups, you have to show something extra. Like, it cannot just be the BNBs. You have to show me something
and that
new.
Extension, like, they want you to hit it.
Yep. It is definitely a bait. Every single time that Pac-Man is standing near his hydrant, he's plotting something menacing.
Yeah, and I think, in my opinion, the best way to counter bait it is to use, like, weird damaging hitboxes where it's, like, ambiguous if it'll break the hydrant or not. But, like, that's super easy for Kurshaun to just say, I'm hitting you for this.
And tried to go ahead
the melon.
Get rid of the melon with the shuriken, but no, it went directly through that projectile and managed to kill Goober.
Well, again, I think the smaller shuriken might have actually been better there.
Actually, you're right. Definitely. That way you can hit it multiple times and knock it down quicker.
Yeah. Very awkward stuff, though. Like, it feels like you're always learning on the fly when you have to play against Pac-Man. So. And Kurshaun, this dude has never stopped coming up with setups.
Yeah, this is. I mean, Kurshaun is a person who never runs out of cards to play.
Yeah.
I feel like this man is playing with a fully stacked deck.
The up throw into the apple setup was so good.
That was so nice. All right, so now we're on Final D. What do you think of this pick, Jackie?
I wonder what. I know that Goofy loves this stage, and I think it's really hard to land against Greninja, so I get it. But at some point, that is a problem, the Hydrant, because normally what happens is when you double jump on FD, you're in a bad spot, right? Pac-Man just stalls with Hydrant if he needs to.
In addition, you don't really have a ton of like super good disjoints to knock it away. It's basically just up air, and that is relatively narrow.
Yeah.
It does reach a little bit above you, so you can disjoint the Hydrant, but if you just like misspace that ever so slightly, you are toast.
Regardless, though, I know Goofy's super comfortable on this stage, so I do not begrudge him the pick. Oh, but there is a big forward smash off the bell, and Kurshaun on the board first. Oh, so maybe... I do think there is definitely some validity in wanting to take away charging under a platform.
Okay, that might be it, yeah, so because that'll make it so that GoofyGoober has a few additional angles to approach that. Great intercept right there with the up air, but very nearly landing the back there was Kurshaun. Goober is definitely fiending for this kill, but good tech roll and immediate roll away.
Okay, back air, yeah. It just does not feel like Hydrant, or excuse me, Shuriken is doing much of anything in this matchup, frankly.
Yeah, Goober like used it really well for stock one of game one, and then just kind of abandoned that entire game plan.
Big key combo, and that's what you don't see too often, because usually the Pac-Man, they just stop with Bell, right? But okay, big down tilt forward air there from Goofy. Nice stall there, though. Okay, so it's almost sometimes with the Shuriken, it's less about the actual hitbox and more about the stall and the positioning. Oh, I thought that was going to be...
I thought that was going to be a ton of damage. Every time that Kurshaun hits one of those, I don't care if you're at 70, I'm figuring that he's going to find a way.
It was the far part of the stage, though. Yeah.
True. Now we're back to this point where... like,
Goofy almost ran into that.
Yeah, Goofy like gives up center stage immediately and then runs directly at Kurshaun a lot. And whenever that happens, I just feel like you're giving up so much pressure. Why not try to just pressure from mid-distance? Just go in, see if he spot dodges, and then immediately fade back.
Almost got the dash tag into the Hydrant. I saw what you were cooking.
Cooking something disgusting up so far. It just feels as though, what can Kurshaun do to run away with this game here? It feels like the answers are all on his side.
And there's the bell, back air, not quite yet. Okay, okay.
Second lease on life perhaps right here. Goober gets back to stage first and just waiting on that charge from Kurshaun. One back air not going to connect, Hydrant not going to connect, and just waiting it out. Great use of the up smash, good patience from Goofy.
Yep. Okay, Kurshaun is going to have to be a little more aware of where he drops his Hydrants, I think. That is, I think, another like nice thing for FD, right? You get to just see that, watch that, punish that from anywhere on the stage. Again, looking for it, right? I see the game plan, I get it. I feel like it's really hard to react to that move, though. It's not that slow.
Not at all. Like, this is... we're always like 1 or 2 frames away from getting the kill.
There's the back air,
but finally the back air for Kurshaun.
Okay. Oh, yeah, not quite. Good DI from Kurshaun. I think he held down on that one.
Is it just me, or have we not really seen GoofyGoober's Nair like make too much of a difference in this match?
Yeah, I suppose. Not really.
Like, usually that is such a good tool for Greninja, but it feels like you don't want to be full hopping against Kurshaun, because every time Goober does it, Kurshaun just prepared, and he has the Hydrant, and Nair just doesn't do enough damage to even threaten. Yeah,
that's legit. And then forward air also is, for Pac-Man, is an incredible anti-air. Like, just a ridiculous move out of shield.
Yeah, people forget this character's boxing tools are actually like top 10.
Yeah. Okay, there's the forward air off the top. All right, yeah, 54. I mean, that's not a ton. Like, as great as Kurshaun's been playing, it's not like he's getting a ton of early kills in this game, right?
No, not really. I mean, that is kind of like the Pac-Man curse. Is you do have to play neutral.
No, he's just playing his game plan. Yeah, I don't think it's necessarily a bad thing. It's just he's doing the game plan of racking up damage and then taking stock. So there's time for Goofy to get back in the game.
Trying to get that Nair connection, but instead Kurshaun with a good out of shield option, and
it
gets
doesn't hit low.
But yeah, it doesn't hit below the stage. I think Greninja has one of the better ledge hangs in the game too.
I also wonder if Goofy pressed down just before that hit.
Could be. Dash attack, but cannot quite get the grab, and the forward smash directly through the Hydrant. Goofy just I ever so slightly off. Looked at that dash attack, didn't quite clip all the way through the Hydrant.
Yeah, no, it definitely didn't. And if you're Kurshaun, as soon as you see any animation into that Hydrant, let it rip.
Kill.
Gone.
Immediately.
Gone.
Speaking of dash attack, it feels like that move, it's another one that we don't really see Goofy getting a lot of in this match.
The Hydrant just stops it. Yeah.
Both the wall and the water.
Well, the Hydrant makes it not the it prevents that burst. Because that's what makes it such a good move, right? And also, the threat of cross-up on shield is what makes that so good. And if the hydrant's in the way, well, you're not even getting to the shield. It doesn't matter.
Good point.
I wonder if there's a way where you can get close enough to the hydrant and then let the dash attack rip and you go through it. Because that was a thing for Pit in Smash 4. Watch Loaf versus Sinji, one of Loaf's first big tournament wins back before the Smash Ultimate days.
Oh, that's bringing me back.
Yeah. I'll never forget that set. That was a great one.
Yeah, it was Loaf establishing himself too. Like that's one of those players that I don't want to say he came out of nowhere, but he needed that like big win to make a name. All right, getting that back here right there to try to drive the man off stage, using the burst of the water, but not getting the third hit. It feels like Goober will force you to edge, but he'll never really chase Kurshaun off stage. We haven't seen much offstage interactions at all.
Yeah, gone. And that is just so tough because the tech roll away might get caught by that same bell toss, right? And if you tech roll in, well, the other side bell toss gets you. That's just so hard to deal with.
It's definitely a situation where, what? He bounced.
Excuse me?
He hit the stage and bounced up a little bit, and the low hitbox of the dash attack missed. If I'm Goober, I'm not
a little tilted, yeah. Okay, big nair though. There's that nair confirm you're looking for, huh?
Exactly, finally gets the nair forward air, but not quite enough to kill. And now Kurshaun sitting in shield, jumps directly away from that one. I feel like he felt that in his bones.
Yeah, again though, I feel like every time I see Goofy letting those rip, he's trying to catch the hydrant toss. And it looks like you have to be preemptive to do that. It's just like, I feel like there has to be a better way.
Slow Melon is out, forces out the up smash, not quite going to connect with that back air.
Okay.
Errant aerial right there from Goober, trying to fiend for this kill right here. Meanwhile, Kurshaun looking for that one big hit to get like one of those 60 damage combos off.
I feel like Goofy actually has a pretty good read on the positioning. It's just not quite getting the right option.
And Kurshaun just the slowest recovery of all time.
Yeah, great catch on the tech roll. The little delay not working out for Goofy. Yeah, great shield pressure.
Bell is out yet again, this time in Kurshaun's hands, using it 3 times in a row, just setting it up with that perfect hydrant.
Kurshaun is making use out of every little tiny stupid little thing that Pac-Man forces you to deal with, like these hitbox extensions, the water, the hydrant, knowing exactly how much damage should be on the hydrant, the way that the shuriken is interacting. Like, Kurshaun is taking every little nuance of this matchup and making it work for him.
I agree, turning this into matchup check the match.
Yeah.
All right, trying now at 0% here, and this is one where if Goober can actually like live to 170 like he has a couple times, like I don't know if that's enough to have him walk away with it. But
that's so painful.
Air dodges into the bell. It just feels like you cannot give away these stocks this early.
Yeah, and the thing is, while that bell is still bouncing, it's active, and like I would have assumed that my air dodge would have been gone by then too. I feel it.
It's just so active that move.
That's part of what makes Pac-Man such a good character. I definitely think this is a very, very strong character, even in the more advanced meta that we find ourselves in.
Oh yeah, I definitely agree. He loses to like a couple like random characters and then a couple meta-relevant characters, but other than that, like base roster has a lot of trouble with Pac-Man.
Yeah.
Just jumping away from that fully charged Hurricane. Again, I think you're right, Jack, that we need to see some more of those uncharged ones just to apply some pressure here. Retreating back here, got the Galaxian going, but...
The other thing that I think is scary about hitting the hydrant with weak hits as often as Goofy has been doing is that just makes it easier for Kurshaun to send the hydrant back.
And it also stales your moves. Like, you're staling forward air and you're staling, like, back air. And if you want to use those moves to kill early, then...
The forward smash, okay. That was a good use of the hydrant. By Goofy, I mean. Okay, yeah, nice nair out of shield. That move is so fast, so good.
Got the apple in hand here for Kurshaun. Z-drop? No, actually, just goes for the angle. And that hydrant clanked with that one. And using the upbeat to disjoint the hydrant. What a ledge trap from Kurshaun.
Yeah, that was... I think that checkmated everything but roll, right? And it might have even hit roll.
Yeah, some characters can't even get away with roll right there.
Oh, because they get clipped by the trampoline before they come out of their roll invincibility.
Yeah, if you have a short roll, if you're a big character, like big characters like Bowser cannot get through that at all. They're, even if they roll on, they're immediately just getting the
and that is a similar setup that I recall the good Pac-Man's using back in Smash 4 too. That was, I think,